is like a plus for me. All this fucking time, I've been afraid. I've been petrified. And so now, this shit is going smoother than a motherfucker. Smoother than a motherfucker. Okay, so anyway, today is all about what? Let's look and see. Okay, so today is all about what caused you to adventure. Why did I have to look up calls you? Like, I do not know all the idioms, because I'm not a true Texan. And here in Illinois, we speak straight English. It's like they just say you want a whooping, but in Texas they like, what you think fat meat ain't greasy? You know what I'm saying? You know I beat your ass. That's what we. It's just that. Do you want to whoop me? Stop acting a fool up in the store. So when you get to Texas, like, do you believe fat meat? Don't you know fat meat ain't greasy? No, you don't believe fat meat greasy or something like that. He just like, you see how I don't know how to say any other stuff they say. I don't know how to say any of. So when I'm in a classroom teaching, I'm a foreigner because I have to speak straight English. Like, I was brought up to speak straight English. Like, all of the slang and stuff, all the slang terms, I don't always know. I know tight, like tight means it's good. I know sweet because my dad says that's sweet all the time. That's like a good thing. I know bad because of Michael Jackson. I know that's a good thing. But it's not like we gonna be in a house like, yeah, that's bad. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's tight. We say that's tight. I think we did say that's tight. That's, you know what I'm saying? Some of my friends like, that's GD. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gangster disciple. It's gangster for real. So it's like it's a game, but it's just a lot of stuff as far as like idioms. I have no clue. I'm just like, in what fucking world did they say that? I can put a flashlight on over here too. I think anyway. So I can see the colors better. Will it stand up on there? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you just be like, in what world is this happening? So, that's just like something we just not about to. Like, yeah, we talk like that to each other all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when we watch Blood In. What was it? What was the show? What's our favorite movie? For real, Vatos Locos Forever is probably the only thing we know, and we not trying to be like mean about it or anything. Like, it's just like, that's all we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't, when it comes to speaking in the house and stuff, we don't speak to each other like that. Oh yeah, I know chill. Let's chill. That's slang though. So those are slang terms. But as far as like idioms, like I said, Texas has it because I just don't look. Y'all look at how I'm so black. Am I black or am I an inventor? I think I'm an inventor. So anyway, I had to look up what caused you to adventure. So it's like, I would have said, what makes you take an adventure? You know what I'm saying? So I had to look it up. That's the truth. How does your mind work differently than others in terms of how you think and view the world? I'll talk about that. And then the last one, I am honest. That's the mantra for today. So anyway, the things that I want to do, I want to travel. So I'm a traveler. And I have been for since I was 3, like I said. And since I was young, I just always never had this sense of I have to actually have an address. Hence the story I tell you about how I did not know how to write a letter and put a stamp on and all that different stuff, because I travel and I get to see people and meet different people and all this different stuff like that. So, when I don't travel, that's when people feel like, I guess these are the people that are around me now, where they're just like, oh my God, is that her life? And it's like, yeah, that's actually my life. So at people at different times, like if they were in high school, they know I travel. If they were in elementary, they know I travel. If they were in college, they have no clue, because I just never told them anything about myself. I never did anyway. Through any situation did I ever just sit down and be like, this is what I do, and I'm in Texas. And this is what we do in Illinois. I never compare their cooking or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I never have any comments like, oh, my grandmother is better than yours, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Louisiana. I traveled to Louisiana. Where else do I travel to? That's it. So when I was little, it was 3 places. Well, 4, because you got to consider St. Louis. So St. Louis, Illinois. So Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. East St. Louis, Illinois. Some part of Louisiana, which I don't remember where it is. And I seen something where it could be Baton Rouge. Because I got to see New Orleans when I got older. You see what I'm saying? So it could be Baton Rouge. And then, and I'll talk about that too. And where else? In Houston, Texas, Galveston, Texas too. So 5 different places I would travel to. And I guess the 5th ward, that's 6, because 5th ward is like a whole other country. When I saw the grill in the ground, that was it for me. I was like, I'm in Hawaii, bitch. I'm in Hawaii. So let me tell y'all why I don't know what part of Louisiana. When my stepmom takes me to Louisiana, it is like the coolest shit that I could ever experience in my life. So first off, you see how my grandmother be talking about the outhouse and all that different stuff, right? So in Louisiana, they didn't have an outhouse. The bathroom was connected, but it was like an outhouse for real. It looked like an outhouse, and it was in the wintertime. So we went to go visit one of Neat's people. Neat is my godmother. It's my stepmother. So we went to go visit her, and I ended up burning myself on like a stove. I had a huge burn, y'all. I don't remember how much it hurt, but I had a huge burn on my leg. And it was because I put my leg next to the vent. And Neat say, oh God, I think she said, I told you not to put your leg next to the vent, and it was okay. Because I didn't care. I don't know if I cried about it or not. I don't remember. I just remember I had that burn for a while, and it left a mark. And it went away. But the mark is kind of still there. So when Danny Glover was like in his Asian man's costume and stalking me and all this different stuff, I'm gonna tell y'all every time one of these dumbass people was stalking me. So when Danny Glover, or Donald Glover, what's his name? Donald Glover, was stalking me, I thought that that's what he would recognize. I thought maybe he knew me from something else. So I was trying to show him the burn on my leg, because at that time I was having an anxiety attack because I did not know why these people were coming after me. And that was at a hospital in Frisco. It was just me and him in the room. And I was trying to check and see if it was cameras in there. And I remember that's when I found the video of Michelle Martin screaming at a hospital and telling them that she might have a blood clot in her leg. You know what I'm saying? Because they just keep doing this stuff. And it's like, these people are not me. Like, that woman is not me. I am me. So anyway, I went to Louisiana, and it's like a place like you would think it's like back in a woods. You know what I'm saying? And I just used to love it there. And it's like, that's the type of stuff I want Blake to see. I want him to like see how my childhood was. Like, I want him to like experience that too, where we just go and sit on the porch, on an old porch. Not to say it's rickety, but an old wooden porch, and just chill and do some homeschool stuff. And so it's like, y'all don't understand because you don't know me. So it's like these people that's like coming after me, you just like, you don't know me. So you're not gonna get the gist of what I'm trying to do with my life. And for them to just like try to harm me for my life, that's the part that just like keep perplexing me. It's like you were trying to kill me for this shit. And you don't even know, you don't have this experience or anything. So that's it. So then we go to my other I'm gonna say they my people, y'all, cause that's all I know for real. I ain't never know them as nothing else. And Neat told me like I was her daughter too. So the other people, we go to their house and she got a room full of pennies. I used to just sit in there, y'all. I could play with them pennies all day. Now one day that I think about stealing them, but I sit in there and try to count them for real. But see, you see what I'm saying? If it was my other cousins, they would have stolen them. And she have them in all types of containers. She have them in jars and sacks. She have them in pretty purses. And I'm talking about, it was just a room full of pennies. I just loved it. And then I went to Beyonce's house. And I really didn't remember her name. I'm serious. I went to her house. And then I learned how to make shadow animals on the wall, because Neat knew a lot of stuff, just like my stepdaddy. He knew a lot of stuff too. Like he offered a lot of opportunity for growth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they keep doing activities, so it's just like, yeah, this is a good childhood. That's why I knew my show would be good. And then I was thinking, man, with the juxtaposition of Gerald Maurice Thomas. Gerald Maurice, why did I say Thomas? That's my cousin's last name. But Gerald Maurice Rankin, somewhere is in a whole other different part of the world. Probably not traveling at all. Or traveling to. I don't know. I don't know his story. So I thought that would be cool. So anyway, yeah. So I want to travel. And I want to have like all these different foods. So I put a cornucopia because it's Thanksgiving. So I want to have like all the different foods when I travel. I am just like, because like when you go to different places, they offer different stuff. Like if we go to a place that's close to a lake, it's better to get the seafood. If you go to a place that's more inland, you want to get like the pastries and the pizzas and all that stuff. If they not around water, that's what's gonna be hidden. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of just move in a way that's indigenous to the areas you in. And that's something people don't think about when they travel. So the best part about it is like if you travel with like a RV or a bus or something like that, then you can stop at the parks, which is the state national parks. And in the state national parks, it's usually a lake. I lost the pencil. Is it the white one? Okay, I don't have to worry about it. It's the white one. All right, so and usually what happens is the lakes are the best part because you can stay next to the lake. Now, sometimes it floods, though. Sometimes the lakes flood and you can't really get there. But if you stay next to the lake and you take a hike, you'll see like snakes and you might see a coyote. You might see, it's just so many cool things that you get to see. And so that's something else. It'll be so nice to homeschool and then we just wake up, get our little lesson done and move on with our day. And it's like the best way because then he'll meet different people. Different people on the way. Different people. So in this first part, all I'm telling you is I want to travel. This is what gets me to have an adventure to travel. The food gets me to have an adventure. And me and Blake will do this too. Like sometimes we don't have a destination to go. It's just I know that we went to this place and it's this restaurant. So one day we traveled to I took him 2 hours away so we can go and eat at this pancake joint. So it's like I do those type of things. We just got up and he don't know. I just got it in my mind. Let's go ahead and go get us some pancakes at this place. And we just went and got some pancakes. We took Victor and he ruined it. But on top of that, we also went to he likes to see animals. So we go to these little like Sharkarosa. I don't know what they call it. I don't know if it's like, it's not a zoo. It's just, and it might be like a petting zoo. And some of the aquariums are like that too. So we have taken a lot of trips where we go and just see animals. Sometimes the trip is about the hotel, like the Great Wolf Lodge. It's like all about the hotel. Or if you go to San Antonio, it's about the river walk. So you want to get a room where you can see the river walk. So, one trip we took, it was just to go to see, I think we just went to go see the, what is this thing called? The aquarium. We went to the aquarium. And I think we were being stalked there too, because Blake ended up doing something. Something happened. I thought Blake was being mean. Or was it somebody in line? But I was like, we going on this trip. So you might as well buck up, little boy. So I don't know if it was me being, I don't know what happened. We got into an argument or something. Or maybe we didn't. It was just like something happened. Something failed. I don't know what happened, y'all. And I was thinking it was because these people was talking to us with these little weapons. And it's like that again, it's child abuse, because that's not something that situationally happens with us. It was like every time we go somewhere, Blake just kept having these like fits of anger. And it's like he not that angry. So, it just be like, I hate when people want you to believe something bad about your child. And it's like they sick. You know what I'm saying? The people that's doing this are really sick people. Because they'll be standing in line laughing and stuff like that, or like trying to act like they didn't do it. And it's like, you did that. Like, you are actually trying to control other people's emotions. And it's not right. That's child abuse. And that's not something a parent is doing to their child. If you set out to abuse my child or to have my child act a certain way, then there's something wrong with that. Like I said, and when it was here, it'll just be like at the gym and at Target every time. It's like, he don't need to go through that stuff. That's why I say we got to check on my little nephew too, because he had a lot of behavior problems. But my mother left him at home all the time, and he wasn't never bothering nothing. He went all the stuff they say he do at school. He don't never do that stuff at home. So yeah. And it's a group of white people, because they nosy. They comparing their kids, or they just abusive. So that's it. The other part that caused me to travel is museums. I like to stop at museums. For every 3 aquariums or museums, or every 5 aquariums or museums, every aquarium or zoo or feeding place, whatever I take Blake, I go to one museum. And Blake is like so sweet. Like, we talk about the art and everything. So yeah, y'all gotta understand. Like, my child is like, this is my child. My child is very educated because of me. So it's like, if I'm educated, then therefore my child will be the same way. That's why I was like, why are you trying to make me feel indifferent about my kid? It's like, it don't feel right. Something don't feel right. So we also stopped. I've done this before too. Blake has this affinity for candy corn. And so I traveled to find candy corn. We traveled to find the candy corn. We found it. And I found some licorice. So both of us like old ass candy. Like, I love licorice and he loves candy corn. And when I started tasting it, y'all, they got so many different flavors of candy corn. And what I was doing then, I was like getting it on sale. So It was in a drawer. I guess he stopped eating it, but I just get it on sale. When it's on sale for after Halloween for some change, then that way he'll always have it. Okay, and then the next thing is for the culture. So sometimes we'll stop at places, and usually, if you stop it on the side of the road, it's something that's Indian. It's never ran by Native Americans. It's always some white person that's saying they Native American. So the shit is kind of funny because we Native American, and it's like they'll be trying to teach us all this stuff and sell all that bullshit, and it's like, get the fuck out. You see what I'm saying? Until you get to like, then when you get to the Native American parts of the world, it's like a casino. It'll be a casino. It'll be like so fucking city. And you just like, this shit is hilarious. Hilarious. Because all these white people want us to believe they indigenous and they out there selling their shit with the spirit of a pilgrim. You can actually feel the pilgrim on them, y'all. It is like so funny. You can feel the pilgrim. And you can feel their ancestors. And that is like the most messed up. It is like, why didn't I like, okay, I can't say they didn't tell me this stuff. But it is like so funny. That you can feel the greed on them. And they don't really realize that either. Like they feel greedy. And so you just be like, oh, okay, this is crazy, because they would never think that we were Native Americans. So I guess that's the best thing about us, for real, is that we all colors and we Native American too. And I don't know if my family can feel the stuff all the way I do. So we don't ever talk about it. It's just that's what we are. That's how we are. We talk about spirits and stuff, but that's about it. And dreams. But yeah, you can feel. You can just feel it. You just be like, ugh, they don't feel good. Ugh. It make you kind of want to just look and get out. Like you gotta look and get out of there. I'm talking about you feel like this motherfucker a pilgrim. He'll give me sores up in this bitch. So that's it. So the next thing is the culture. And yeah, like I said, since it's on the side of the road, usually it's like, also it's like stuff like, about aliens and stuff like that. Like that stuff always comes up too when you travel. Like, I remember we went, Kevin took us to go see the round houses or whatever they are, like these circle houses, which is pretty cool as an idea, but like I prefer like a tiny house. I want that tail catching or whatever, that tail catine. I want to do that in my shower. It's like expensive. It's like this. It looks like stucco. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, I think it's TELEK TON or something like that. So it's like this powder, and you can like it's like dust, and you just mix it up with water, and then you just like put it in layers on your wall, like 10 layers or something like that. And it's like completely waterproof. I want that in my shower. Like I said, I do want my little bus to be a little expensive, because I'm a little expensive. I want green. So that's it. The final part is the architecture. So I travel for the art because I'm an architecture nut. Like I thought I was gonna be an architect along, like in high school. That was like an architect or a what is this one thing? An architect or a aerospace engineer. So they were like, I can't really do. When I tried to apply for the Air Force, they said I couldn't fly planes because I don't have 20/20 vision. But Yeah, architect or aerospace engineer. And so that was something I always looked at, was just like trying to be, because we had like the college right there in Cahokia, and it closed down now. And my mom was just like trying to convince me not to go, or something happened. She just was so, I don't know what she was doing about it. I don't think my mother passed the test, because my mother is not good. As good as I am at taking tests, I don't think my mother was as good at taking tests. And so because I used to have to help her study. So it's just like she was just something else about what was going on. They asked me a question and they tried to say that I had like some type of mental problem or something like that. So it's like if some questions you answer and they think you got a mental problem, all that different stuff. So I guess some people too get intimidated if you're smart. And I didn't want to go to, oh, that's what it was. I didn't want to go to the Air Force. I wanted to go to the Marines. I didn't want to be in the Army. I wanted to be a Marine. Okay, and so that's it. So the candy, the culture, and the architecture, like that's another thing that just takes me out on adventures. So it's like I can find something and it's like, okay, then let's get in the car and go. That's why I'm like, if I have to have a car, I have to have a Prius. If I have to have a house, I have to have a bus because I like to travel. And so both of those, they save gas. They save gas and diesel. They can drive far and you don't have to pay as much. And so it's like if you living on the edge and you gotta keep money in your pocket, you gotta live on a good budget, then that's what you do. That's what it'll be. Okay, so that's it. Travel, food, lakes, which are in parks, museums, aquariums, and zoos, candy, culture, and architecture. I think that is just some of the simplest indulgences. Because the travel will give you fresh air, the food will give you great taste, the lake will give you a great place to put your feet in, a sense of touch with rocks and all these. Museums give you a great sense of sight. The aquariums give you a great feeling or a sensation of feelings, like you get to see the fish and the whales and the zoo is like all these animals, especially like the feeding places, and they come to you and eat out of your hand and just like act like they talking to you and they take stuff. I see some animals, they get mean to people and it's like they never been mean to us. The candy is just like another adventure because it's like, can we find it? How many places do we have to stop at? Do we have time? We got the gas and everything. It's like, and this is the summertime. We got some money. Let's go. The culture is something that is phenomenal because outside of feeling that there's a pilgrim breathing down your neck, it's also just like different things that you get to see. And some of the artifacts, you'll see if they're real or not. The museums and stuff, I get to teach Blake a lot of history about different items and stuff like that. And then the architecture will cause you to start to design or redesign ideas in life, and spoons and cups and bowls, and I mean just anything that you use, a fence or anything. And that's it. So that's all. And today is I am honest. That's your mantra for today. I am honest. I just, I don't know what to do, y'all. I don't know what to do. Like, they want me to be dead and broke. And it's like, no, I want to be rich and alive. So that's it. Have a good day.